Okay, let's get right into this. The camera that you are seeing me on right now is my go-to camera for all of my YouTube videos that I shoot sitting here in the studio at this desk. It's the Canon R6 Mark II. I typically shoot with the lens that's on it right now. It's a 24 to 105 millimeter lens. You could probably get away with a 50 millimeter lens because that's about where I have this thing dialed in. And right now I'm currently shooting at 4K, 30 frames per second. And this is the quality that I've come to be used to and come to desire for all of my YouTube content. The trouble is sometimes I shoot content or I do live streams on another podcast that I do, and I don't have the quality if I don't have this camera. And it really bothers me, including even, maybe I'm a little picky here, but because of what I do, when I get on a web conference, I really want to have the best quality because I feel like I should. And again, maybe I'm a little picky and maybe that's not a big deal to anybody else, but it's me and it's who I am. And I've struggled to find a webcam that is top quality 1080p, much less a high quality 4K webcam. But my friends at Elgato sent me this camera here. This is the Elgato FaceCam Pro. It shoots up to 4K, 60 frames per second. And right now I have it to match my other camera at 4K, 30 frames per second. Now, you can see this image quality is pretty crisp. It's pretty clear, even in this low light setting here in the studio. So I want to show you a little bit of what this camera can do. I want to manipulate the settings and show you how you can adjust the look, the feel. But I really wanted to show you this up close image quality in low light of the Elgato FaceCam Pro. As you can see from the camera behind me here, this one is about 18 inches away from me, whereas this first camera here is about 5 feet. So the quality of the Canon R6 is definitely a better quality camera, but I don't know that it's that big of a difference if I switch over to this camera, the Elgato FaceCam Pro, that it really matters all that much for talking head videos here on YouTube or for web conferencing. This is a pretty high quality camera. Now I want to take you into the cam. I forgot the name of it. The Elgato Camera Hub. That's what I was thinking. I'm going to take you to my screen here and show you a little bit of what you can do inside of this app with this Elgato FaceCam Pro. Now, these are the settings that I have dialed in here. Again, 4K, 30 frames per second. You can see that right here. That's how I'm previewing it, and that's right here how I am recording it. Now, you can, if you have other cameras, you can select different camera inputs here. I'm going to leave it there because that's all I have connected to what I'm recording on now, which is Streamlabs on my desktop. I have a preset set here that I'll show you here in a second. You can zoom in and out manually or click on A, B, C, or D. These are the different presets. You have focus options, automatic or manual. Right here, you have picture options, which again, I've dialed in to 70% contrast and about 61% saturation. Now that I'll show you the default image in just a moment, but I just want to show you how I've dialed this in to match my other camera, the image from my other camera. Now it does typically do automatic exposure. I've turned that off and set it for where I want it for this video. And again, the white balance can be automatic, but I've turned that off already. So now let me show you the default setting here. Let me just back this all out. Focus. The contrast is about 50% is what the default image is. Exposure is automatic. White balance is automatic. And as you can see, this image is not a bad image, but it's not the image that I just had. And that's why I love the Elgato FaceCam Pro, is because you can dial it in. You don't have to take just the default setting. As good as it may be, as great as it is for a web conference, you already will have the best image there if you're using this camera. But if you really want to dial in your settings for that web conference, that video conference call, or particularly here, if you're creating YouTube content, doing talking head videos, training videos, whatever you may do with this camera, the granular control that you have because of the Camera Hub app with Elgato is great. So I'm going to go back to what I had, and I'm going to see, I had it set as a preset, and look at that. It goes right back, automatic. I do have to adjust the contrast again. I was at 70% and about 61% saturation. I'm going to go down here, turn off automatic exposure, put this right about there, I believe is where I had it, and turn off the white balance automatic, leave it where I want it there, and here we go. This is the quality of the image that I like with the Elgato FaceCam Pro as it compares to this, the Canon R6 Mark II 24 to 105 millimeter lens, 50 millimeters what it's set at right now, and both are recording at 4K 30 frames per second. It records 4K up to 60 frames per second, all the way down to, I think, even below 720 if you just need something quick to get it done. It's a fantastic camera, and with the Camera Hub app, you've got a lot more control over the image quality of, and even the image size of what you're recording. So let me know what you think of this camera. If you have questions about the camera, if you have questions about the Camera Hub app. Right now, as I mentioned, I'm also streaming, or I'm recording on the Streamlabs for Desktop app that actually is new to me, and I'm just getting used to that. And I've been controlling the switching between these cameras with this, the Elgato Stream Deck that was also sent to me to test out, to review. I've got the XLR dock connector, which I'll talk about in another video. Thank you, Elgato, for sending the equipment. I hope it's been helpful for you. If you're interested in any of this gear that we've talked about in this video, links are below in the description. Again, let me know what you think. Thanks for checking this out. Subscribe if you want more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video.